Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies and another need read. We are going to be doing, this is for Friday, December 3rd. We're doing a need read today, and I'm using the Spirit Within Tarot. It has been brought forward to me and very apparent in my own life that the shadows are creeping back in. This is something that's come in. And I felt like I wanted to use this deck right away because it's a kind of a shadows deck, because it's literally people with shadows. This is Spirit Within. It's, you know, literally just a color, but the people are shadows. And I feel today, especially in the last month or so, things have been coming out of the shadows. And the things that are coming out of the shadows, what's coming through with this Ace of Wands that I'm seeing is that the light is starting to shine. As you can see, it's starting to be apparent that there needs to be light in these shadows. Not only that, it's very apparent that people are starting to realize what the shadows were and that they've always been. There's quite a few apparent things in the way, I've already mentioned this, but the healthcare profession, the way that the big companies are dealing with gouging the small, you know, the working man or the working woman, okay? Stuff like that. It's starting to sting. It's starting to hurt, and we're starting to really see it. So the shadows are kind of creeping back in, because you have to remember also the world is trying to boot back up the way it was. And the way it was completely, not completely, but very off course, let's just say, to have a peaceful, more contented human life. There's a lot out of balance when it came to that. There's a lot of repressive energies. So they wanted to bring forward this beautiful Ace of Wands, Pisces, okay, because we're getting to the end now of our need reads. But the thing is that they're bringing in this beautiful Ace of Wands to remind you that we are the beacon of light. Whenever you can dispel shadows and bring light to something, now is the time, okay? We can't always fight the big fight, but it's okay to fight the little fight. And this is exactly what it is, the little fight, the something new, okay? We're going to be the fly in the soup, if you want, if you will, okay? That resounding little voice that gets bigger and bigger and finally cannot be ignored. How do we do that? Well, we do it in our own lives. Sometimes it's hard to fight the big systems that have been in place forever. But when you start making decisions, as in I have like a few more tests to do, but my healthcare professional, let's not call him that, the practitioner, when he does finally give me results, if there's anything to be taken care of, I'm going to go an alternative route, because I have decided that they are not in charge of being of my best healthcare. We've had a problem with even insurance for cars. I'm going to either get rid of one car and get rid of the problem. You know, like there's different routes. Sometimes they're extreme, but it will hurt the people who are putting out the shadows, because they're going to lose the power of the business that I provide them. And it's not by being mean, it's not by lashing out, it's by making a statement, in fact, that there's a better way and we're going to find a better way. So this is what this world is turning into, okay? With a lot of people staying at home, not needing car insurance. The insurance companies are getting now greedy because they're losing money. And this is just an example in my own life, Pisces. You may have the same examples going through your life, and you may be thinking, how do I change this? Just one little wand at a time, okay? Take it as a beacon, take it as a light, take it as, you know, the dawn, the sun setting on something old or the sun rising on something new. It doesn't matter which way that you see it, that's the way it is. And it's time, okay? It is time. Don't sit and fret about how it's wrong. We know it's been wrong for a long, long time. Giving it energy, making it wrong, is just not helping it. Find a better way. Okay? Find a better way. Five of Swords. Right. It's not about winners or losers. It's not who's right or wrong. It's about re-bringing the balance back in. Okay? Because the Five of Swords is that there's definitely always somebody who seems to be benefiting. And which position are you going to put yourself into? By being upset by certain things, you're putting yourself in the loser position. By putting yourself here, you're putting yourself in the winner position, but it's really not about winning. In the end, it's about balancing, because there's no balance here. One of these people has all the power. We don't want all the power. We want it redistributed correctly. Okay? That is the big message. That's the big message they have been repeating constantly in my head, day in, day out. Is that it isn't this pendulum swinging from one side to the other. It's finding that place in the middle that it needs to be. Okay? Alright, Pisces, let's see. Very big message. Very, very big one. The deck's still in reverse. It's always, my decks are always in reverse. I always have to flip them back around. The world's upside down. It's up to us to start this new journey, okay? Because this is hindering our new beginning with the Fool, okay? Came in reversed. This is hindering us going forward. That's why it feels like we're getting stagnant, stuck, and people are getting aggravated and annoyed. It's coming in this way, okay? Lack of people going to work because they're not paying enough. Absolutely. But then that's causing a standstill, and we are paying for it. We are paying for it. But we're not the only ones. Trust me, we're not the only ones. Okay? In the end, it's almost, it's terrible to say, but it's like, you know, blasting the entire building just to get, you know, a renovation out of it. But it's really and truly, sometimes that's what it feels like. And some people are paying for it. If you do want to work in the meantime, there's a lot of jobs out there. But there's also opportunity for you to change place if you need to. Because you don't need to put up, okay? That's sending a statement too. I don't need to put up with this. There's other jobs out there, okay? Here you go, Eight of Wands. Yeah. Progress is going to come. The swiftness is going to come. It's about communications. It's about overcoming blocks, though. And these are definitely blocks that we're dealing with right now. Everything that's happening, they're definitely blocks that we're trying to deal and get through. We want to be here. We want to be moving in a more positive way. But these wands, this one wand that you're lighting, once enough people light them, look at this. Okay? Light's getting brighter. Things are getting more clear. Okay? This is a yes, this is a no. And this is the balance in between. Okay? It's really important, Pisces, that you now every day with people who talk to you, people who are rubbing you the wrong way, family, friends, co-workers, whatever, anything that's coming in right now, you have to take it in a very different way. Not in a battle form. It's not to go into battle with anybody at this point. It's to say, how would the world be better for me when this situation, how would the world be better for everyone? Okay? Is it by me attacking? Or is it by me doing something completely different and out of the box that's going to shift somehow to show the person, maybe who's not the one who's causing the problem with me or with the situation, but to show the neighbor, the person who's standing beside you, to know, hey, they did that a whole different way. Maybe I'll do it that way too, okay? All right. Right. The Nine of Pentacles. Hard work. This is hard work. It's going to be abundant, but this is the you gotta work for it abundant card. It's earning those rewards, okay, and that comfort. That's fruits of your labor after you have planted the seeds and the garden is great. You've weeded it, you figured it out, you knew what needed to be changed, what needed to be improved upon, what needed to be just left alone to grow and get better and sprout and just, you know, I have the French word, of course, but just to have a fruitful, beautiful garden, and the validation of it is going to be by the choices that you make. Really and truly, it is. It's going to come in by the choices that we all make right now, Pisces. Why am I talking again about the outward? It's like I said, the last week, first week of December, very hard on the energies, as all of November has been. But now it's what did I say? It's that time. What is it? It's game time, right? It's game time. It's time to put those things into practice, and the first thing that they want you to do is really putting it into practice in the way that you react to things, because things have been coming at you, and you've been trying so hard to keep your energy up. You're now asked to not only keep your energy up, Pisces, but to shine a light on the situation, okay? And it's not by confrontation. It really isn't. It's by action. It's by the way you live your life. Why are they asking you to do this? So A, it doesn't wipe out your energy, and B, that it actually shows the world there's a better way. So you've got the double side of it that's actually going to help you and your environment. So, yeah, like I said, at an issue with car insurance where they decided to really, you know, do something worse, going to find an alternative and take that insurance away from them. People are working from home. Don't need to have insurance. There you go. All done. Okay? Next, like, I'm helping the planet by not having an extra car on the road. Bonus. Okay? Putting, like, pollution up in the air. They're losing money. I'm gaining money. And I'm making a valid decision to wait it out. Okay? If enough people do this, better. Okay? Much better. It's all good. It's all fine. What else can we do? Like, what else can you look for alternatives to everything? Change things up. Okay? Make it so that it fits you, so that you're not being oppressed anymore. That others are being told clearly through action that they cannot do this to you. Okay? A practitioner who has no humanity left to him, clearly tell him, thank you for diagnosing me with the diagnostic tools that you have, but now I'm going to see a healer. Those words have impact. Then they have to start wondering, wait a minute, am I a doctor? Am I a healer? Aren't I a healer? No, you're not. Okay? Yes, these are very, like, really rash statements, but these are the things and more that I've had to deal with in the past month. I know those. I know how you feel. And I've had those same old reactions to it. I felt like lashing out and going, this isn't fair, and why are you mistreating me? And instead, I'm going to make statements where it hurts. Okay? But it's not to hurt them. It's not to intentionally hurt anybody. It's to make a statement to help myself and help the people around, to let them know there's alternatives. There's a balance here. Okay? Alright, so that came out this way. As much as I would like to turn it the other way, it did come out that way. So, what we've been doing is reverting back to what used to be. In this is impulsive new ideas, okay, with the Page of Wands and situations. So it's time to turn it around now, okay? It's time to involve this Wands. There's a lot of fire energy coming in. No surprise, we have Sagittarius coming in tomorrow, and I'm going to be doing the new moon in Sagittarius and solar eclipse. I'm going to do, I think, 1 and 1 and the solar eclipse in the extended. So if you want to see that, please make sure to subscribe. But yeah, we're definitely going to be talking about those things. With the Page of Wands here, this is a new situation, but we've been putting it off, I think. Because it's hard to remember. It's easy to fall back into what was, into the way we were before, okay? The devil comes in and you go, oh, I remember this old restriction, oppressive feeling that I had before, where, you know, life, and a lot of people like to say, it is what it is. And I've always hated, actually hated, my whole body cringes when I hear that. It is what it is. No, okay? Do not let this energy of it is what it is come back in. You need to flip that. We need to flip that. We need to bring that fire, that clarity to everything. We do need to put like a bright light on the subject. Okay? But not by attacking. Attacking doesn't do anything. Attacking is just a pendulum swinging the other way. It's I've oppressed you and I've robbed you, and this one is like, well, I'm going to attack you in return. It doesn't really change anything. The change is in the middle. Okay? You get to rebalance things when you think them through. So you have to think them through. Okay? Give a third option, a fourth, and a fifth if you can, so that people can turn. And then you spread it around. You spread it around. You tell people, well, you can do that instead. Okay? And that's going to help you. And then you tell them, pay it forward. Tell somebody else about it. Okay? That's how we make the change in the world. We're not trying to hurt anybody. We're trying to improve people's situations so that they're no longer oppressed. Okay? That terms like the little guy doesn't exist anymore. We don't want that. We want people to be able to walk around and be well, okay? Not oppressed. Oppression is like so yesterday. That goes from me. It's so yesterday. Why the heck do we need oppression for? It's already been done, okay? We're through with that. Stress, people being on pills for stress. No. Just get rid of the stress. No pills, no stress. Happy life, okay? Oversimplified? Maybe. But it is basically what it is. What I'm talking about here. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 more cards here. Yeah, negative energies. Right. Get rid of them. Psh, gone. Okay? People stealing your time, stealing your energy, oppressing you, making you feel bad. That's all that's just that part of the pendulum that you don't want to be part of anymore. I don't subscribe to you anymore. I'm done with that. Yes, you just gave me a bunch of stuff that would have made me fall back into here. Wait a minute, before I do that, let me see what else I can do here, Pisces, okay? And by the way, I could be giving these tips and tricks to everybody, but I'm giving them to Pisces. But please feel free to tell anybody of any sign that this is all you really need to do, okay? That this is the sign of a new world. Spread it around. Some people will let it in. Some people go, hey, that's a great idea. And some people will, I don't know, I kind of like the status quo. Or it feels familiar and comfortable to sit in this, stewing in this stuff. Let them be, okay? Somebody I heard somewhere, it only needs 30% of the planet to actually start making a change, because that starts raising eyebrows. And that's what we want to do. We want to start raising eyebrows for people going, hey, wait a minute. Because 30 turns into 40, 40 turns into 50, and then we've really got a wave going. And the Pisces wave is something that's just wonderful. Okay? More people will get caught up in the flow of Pisces and go with the flow. And if we're the flow and we're directing it in a place of happiness and harmony, oh, what a beautiful force we can be, okay, in changing the vibrations of the planet to something that is no longer oppressive, okay? So, this is your mission if you choose to accept it. You don't have to do much, Pisces. All you really have to do is think of, this is the bottom of the deck, think of, okay, what's not worked before, and then concentrate on what can work. How can you change it? What other options? How has it been bad for us in the past? How can we change it now? Okay? So, this is really good. That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, Pisces. Yeah, it had a bit of real life, but I like putting real life in here so that you guys can know that I suffer the same stuff I'm not just a woo-woo card reader. I actually have life to deal with every day, just as you. I have stuff coming in, and I've got to kind of, I feel like a fly swatter, keep batting it out of my energy, but that's what we're dealing with right now, okay? So, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope that I've made it so that it's more, I don't know, human-friendly, how to utilize this, what to do with this, okay? It's less, like vague and somewhere out there, so that you can actually use it in your practical everyday. That was what this was for. I was meditating with energy this morning, and with energy, I call them energy, with spirit, and I was asking them, please, let me use this in a way, what I've been going through. And let me impart some wisdom so that it can be in a practical form that people can understand and use in their everyday. Thank you so much for listening. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings wherever you may be in the world and whatever you're going through. I'm sending you strength, energy, and the awesomeness that is you to be able to do this and use it to your best interest and your best energy vibration. Okay? I'm going to see you later for the extended. Take care now, Pisces.